yesterday, you played a game online, and you've noticed that when you put salt on top of the ship, what happened to the ship? Did it float or did it sink? It sank. So the ship sank when the water became saltier. Okay? And in our discussion, we said that the saltier the water or the higher the salinity, the denser it is. So salt water sinks and fresh water floats. But how can we prove that salt water is really denser than fresh water? In this experiment, we have two beakers with the same amount of water. I'll move them here. Okay. Move the camera there. Oh, that's not good. I'll move the camera here. Okay, it's almost there. Remember, there is no planning for this. Okay, so we have two beakers. Okay, you see them now. We have two beakers here, same size, with the same amount of water. And then I have two eggs, fresh eggs. This should have been my breakfast, but I did not eat them. So, I'll put the first egg on the first beaker. Slowly, so that it will not break. It sank. Fresh egg sinks. If it is rotten, then it will flow. Then, I'll get the second egg, and I'll put it also in the water. So you will see here that the eggs have the same size. You will see here that the beakers have the same size. You will see here that the level of water is the same. So everything is the same. You will also know here that the egg is denser than the water. That is why the egg sank. So egg is more dense than water. That is why it sank. But we said yesterday that the higher the salinity, the denser it is. So the ocean is about 35 grams salt in about less than 1,000 grams of water. So that would be 1,000 minus 35. So 35 parts per thousand. And the most common salt in the ocean that makes it saline is sodium chloride. This one. Now let's test if salt water is really denser than fresh water. These two are both fresh water. When you say fresh water, it doesn't have that much dissolved solute like salt. Okay? So we'll be putting a lot of salt here. So we are experimenting on this beaker. This is now what we call the beaker that is experimented with, while this one is the control. So the control is our mode of comparison. Now, in order to dissolve the salt, we need to mix it. Okay? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's see. So, which is denser? The salt water or the egg? Which is sinking? The egg. So the egg is still denser. What if I add more salt? So what I am doing now is I'm adding a lot of salt. So I stirred it 20 times earlier. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. What's happening to the egg? It's floating. This now made the water with salt denser than the egg. That is why the egg is floating. But you might say that, Mr. Angat, the only reason why the egg floats is because you stirred it. The swirling made it float. That's why I counted 20 on the first time, 20 on the second time. So all in all, I stirred it 40 times. So I'll do it here too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Did it flow? No. So, I did everything the same. This one and this one, they have the same size of beaker. This one and this one, they have the same amount of water. This one, I stirred it 40 times. This one, I stirred it 40 times. The eggs are of the same size. What did I do that made the egg on the first float? I added salt. So when I added salt, what happened to the salinity of the water? Did it go up or did it go down? Up. So this is more saline or has higher salinity, and because it is so salty, it becomes so heavy. Do you get that? Now, you might be saying, Mr. Ranga, but look, this one has more water now. This one has less water. Let's see. If we add more water, will it make it float? Tell me when to stop, when they have the same level. More?
That's good.
More? Or stop? Okay. See? Did it float? No. So what made the egg float? Do they have the same level of water?
Yeah.
But it still did not float. So what is that thing that I did that made it float?
So,
The salt. The salinity of the water here is higher, and because of that, the density became higher too. So the more salt there is in the water, the higher is the density of the water, so it sinks. The less salt, the lighter the water is. So the egg still at the bottom. That is density. And its relation to salinity.